Our goes the family. Let's talk about Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Now, last weekend I went there. A buddy of mine, we're both investors in the Pennsylvania market. We really look at the market between Allentown, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and Reading, Pennsylvania, that triangle. And possibly in the future, we'll be looking into the market of good old Baltimore, Maryland. Now, you might say to yourself, why Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? Well, number one, from an economic standpoint, any state capital in any state in the United States of America, money moves are going to be made from Michigan, California, New York, Texas, Florida, whatever have you. Why? Because state capitals have a beautiful thing called state government, and state government has state government contracts, and they have universities, and universities have contracts, and universities do work for the federal government. It's from a research standpoint. Just think about Big Bang Theory when they were based out of Pasadena, California at Caltech University, and they were doing work for the Air Force and NASA. That's the perfect example for that. With that comes professors making money moves and corporations making money moves, and then there's jobs to be provided. Plus, with state colleges, you're always going to have people that are going to, students that are going to need places to rent. You're going to possibly have temporary professors that are going to need places to rent, because professors go from university to university. Plus, you have all the city government, and with every city government, there's going to be city government contractors, city jobs, city government jobs, state government jobs, and the federal government's going to be there because in every state capital, you're going to find FEMA so that they can have a relationship with the state governor, regardless of who the governor is. You're going to see the State Department there, especially in regards to diplomats coming to different states, setting up shop, doing specific business. And the world is more of a global economy than ever will before. With every state capital, for the most part, you're going to have an international airport. Harrisburg has an international airport. So when there's an airport there, there's jobs there, there's hotels there, there's shops there, there's restaurants. I'm just breaking the economics down. Now, that's just from an economic standpoint. Now, when you really break down the businesses, the real reason why this market we're interested in buying real estate in is because you can find homes there from between $30,000 and $80,000 in 2023. All right, some are fixer-uppers, straight up fixer-uppers from the studs, and then some you could actually just do a little paint job, might put a new roof on, replace a couple of appliances, but to me that's a couple of $1,000s, and that's better than having to invest $50,000. So it's a place where you can actually buy a house for cash money under $100,000, and in America nowadays that's hard to find. Or it's a place where you can actually get a decent mortgage, where the mortgage could be from $300 to $500 a month. Now, in most parts of the United States of America, I'm from the DMV area, it's a rarity you're ever going to find a place, even a trailer, that's going to have a mortgage for $500 a month. All right, so let's just keep it real in that aspect. So, and then, like I said, when it comes to state, you see a state capital, there's always going to be business. Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. Republicans and Democrats have one thing in common: they're going to make money moves, they're going to do business. They understand, they don't just understand government law, but they understand business because they have donors. It's called lobbyists, and then they have things that, in regards to, they want to get more tax write-offs, so therefore they buy assets, aka real estate, aka other businesses, aka stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, whatever have you. They make the ultimate money moves. Another reason, it's right off of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It's not that far away. It's about, I believe, it's about an hour away from Philadelphia, and it's about 40 minutes away from about 40 minutes away from Reading, Pennsylvania. So it's in that great triangle. It's not that far away from Baltimore, Maryland. So it's in that great triangle of where an investor like myself wants to be. If an investor like myself wants to look outside of their comfort zone, but they don't want to go too far away. They have all their properties within an hour, a 2-hour radius of each other, instead of having their properties spread all out all over the country, or just spread all out within one area. It gives us options. So when the market's down in Reading, I can buy more properties there. When the market's down in Harrisburg, I can buy more properties there. You know what I mean? And then the beautiful thing about Harrisburg is actually, quote unquote, a major city, even though Philadelphia, I believe, is the biggest city in Pennsylvania. Then it's Pittsburgh, and then it's Harrisburg. But it's the third biggest city within the state of Pennsylvania, and because of its proximity not only to Baltimore, not only Philadelphia, but its proximity to Washington, D.C. So it's not that far away from the things where money moves are being made from the federal level, the state level, and the city level. And I love that. I don't just like to look at the numbers of a place. I like to look at the economics of a place. All right. You see the state capitol building right there. By the way, shout out to Adrian Gonzalez for doing all the video because we were driving back from Reading that day, and he was having a great time because it was just really his first time at the state capitol. It was my second time at the state capitol. And then, like I said, Harrisburg is considered a metropolitan area. That's a beautiful thing. It's top employers, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, United States federal government, military, giant food stores, Penn State, Hershey Medical Center, Hershey Entertainment and Resorts, the Hershey Company, Walmart stores, Highmart, TE Connectivity, UPMC, Pinnacle, and Harrisburg Hospital, and that's like I said, the beautiful thing about this city, and it has a lot of corporations, electronics corporations, construction equipment corporation. So it has a great IBM, HP, Arch, Sailor, Metal Steel, and Hold, Del Hayes, and Harsco Corporation, Olay's Bargain Outlet, Rite Aid Corporation. So the beautiful thing is, it's got a great diversity when it comes to the economy as a whole. So it has a good amount of blue collar jobs, has a good amount of government sector jobs from all three levels of government. And this is the house that I was thinking about bidding on in Reading, Pennsylvania, but when we talked to the neighbor, I was like, I don't think so, because the bidding for this house was going to be $1. This is maybe 2 years ago I would have did it, but with it, I'm like, it sounds like the house needs at least 50 grand worth of work, and I don't need to invest that kind of money in a place like this, because they even have squatters and things of that nature in this specific house. So that's why you see the online auction, Reading, Pennsylvania. There's the address, Bid for Assets, and I love Bid for Assets because where I had my most successful property tax sales with Reading, Pennsylvania. So if you want to get into one thing I will say, if you want to get into the tax sales or the tax lien sales, check out BIDs and check out the different economies that they are, because they're online. They're helping other municipalities get into the online digital world in order for them to conduct a reasonable and decent tax sale. But at the end of the day, I just want to say that this was a great trip, and here's more videos of actual Reading, Pennsylvania, because that was the trip, Reading, Pennsylvania, and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. But at the end of the day, this is the market that Patterson L Properties is involved in, and it's a decent community. If you're from the Northeast, for the most part, a lot of these places were designed by the same architecture firms and individuals. So a lot of these neighborhoods look the same. This looks like a neighborhood you'll see in New Jersey, Philadelphia, Connecticut, even parts of New York. You know what I mean? So that's the beautiful thing. Parts of Alexandria, Virginia, Arlington, Virginia, Washington D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, Hagerstown, Maryland. So a lot of these neighborhoods look the same. The row houses and things of that nature. And that's the cool thing about Harrisburg. It's a city, but it's got a small town feel to it. And I think the beautiful thing about even a place like, say, if the upside of Pennsylvania is if you wanted to still have that small town feel, and you're a professional, whether it's blue collar or white collar, you can work in a major city and drive 30 minutes away and be out in the middle of nowhere. And a lot of times people like that. I'm not mad at that. And I think everybody should embrace what they like at the end of the day. That's my personal opinion. But at the end of the day, that's really all I have for this. Let me know if you've lived in Harrisburg or Reading, Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania, especially. I've only driven through Allentown, so I've not gone there. That's the next trip we're going to take this summer and get some perspective and all that. I've seen the prices, so all it takes now is for me to just go from there. And on that note, family, do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, Patterson L Properties, we wholesale real estate in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and the DMV areas. Check us out. Our website in the description is in the description. But really, just do me a great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Take care, family.